Welcome to this X-Planner. Look, if you have ever felt your blood pressure absolutely spike while staring at a massive, seemingly broken spreadsheet, well, you're in the exact right place. Today, we're going to take this totally dense cheat sheet of 100 Excel formulas, and we're transforming it into your own highly actionable professional toolkit.
So, here's our roadmap for preventing cognitive overload. Instead of just trying to memorize a list, we're grouping these 100 tools into 4 really practical themes. Why master these formulas, finding and cleaning data, crunching the numbers, building smart data logic, and finally, some pro tips for mastery.
All right, Section 1. Why master Excel formulas? Let's just dive right into this and address the elephant in the room. Because let's be honest, staring at a massive 100 formula cheat sheet, it can induce immediate anxiety. For a lot of us, it feels incredibly overwhelming to think you literally need to memorize all of these distinct commands just to be considered proficient. It's just this intimidating wall of text, math, and logic.
But hey, instead of panicking, let's look at the bottom line benefits we've pulled directly from the source material. Why are we actually doing this? Because mastering these tools will literally hand you back hours of your life. Instead of manual data entry, you're improving accuracy, you're analyzing data better, automating repetitive tasks, and ultimately, advancing your career. The goal here isn't rote memorization, it's total efficiency.
Moving right along to Section 2, finding and cleaning data. This first practical bucket of tools is all about finding exactly what you need in an absolute sea of data.
You can really think of the lookup, reference, and text categories as your primary search and rescue tools for messy spreadsheets. These are essential tools designed to help you organize, locate, and extract specific information from just massive data sets. If you've ever been lost, endlessly scrolling through thousands of rows looking for one specific invoice, these formulas are your lifeline.
And this perfectly illustrates the evolution of Excel over the years. You've got the classic VLOOKUP, which stands for vertical lookup. It's a staple, for sure, but it's strictly rigid. It only looks to the right. But then you have the modern XLOOKUP. This function empowers you to search for any value in any direction, including left. It's a massive upgrade that finally gives you total flexibility in how you retrieve your data.
Now, what's really transformative here is just how simple the text formulas are. Think about left, right, mid, and trim. You can deploy these handy tools to quickly extract specific characters from a cell, like grabbing just the area code from 1,000 phone numbers instantly. Or you can use trim to wipe away those annoying invisible spaces that constantly break your formatting, all without having to manually retype a single keystroke. How great is that?
All right, Section 3, crunching the numbers. Now that our data is clean, trimmed, and organized, let's see how this builds into our next crucial phase.
Let's talk about mathematical, statistical, and financial formulas. These are the truly powerful functions that turn raw data into actionable business insights through precise calculations. You can think of these functions as the actual engine room of Excel. They take those endless, quiet rows of raw numbers and they forge them into actual, dynamic business intelligence.
Our source highlights core tools here, things like sum, SUMIF, count, and average. But remember, true mastery is just about using the right tool for the right job. So, rather than just highlighting a column and blindly adding everything up with sum, you can use SUMIF or COUNTIF to add up numbers only if they meet a specific target condition, like sales in one specific region. It adds this brilliant layer of intelligence to basic arithmetic.
And for the analysts out there, the financial section of this toolkit is an absolute game changer. Formulas like PMT, PV, FV, and NPV quickly handle incredibly complex, real-world tasks. Whether you're calculating monthly loan payments for a massive equipment purchase or figuring out the net present value of a 10-year investment, these formulas just do the heavy lifting instantly.
Moving into Section 4, building smart data logic. Let's look at how to build that logic so you can start automating workflows and really let the software do the thinking for you.
So, what are logical formulas? Well, they're tools that allow Excel to make decisions based on specific rules you set, essentially teaching the spreadsheet how to think on its own. And they're incredibly powerful because they completely transform a flat, static document into a fully automated, active decision-making machine.
We're talking about core logical formulas like if, I-error, I-for-s, and or. The crucial takeaway here is that tools like the if statement allow your spreadsheet to actively evaluate conditions.
Like, if a sales goal is met, instantly display bonus. If not, display no bonus. Plus, formulas like I-error elegantly handle missing data for you, automatically replacing those jarring, ugly error codes, sparing you from the collective corporate trauma of a sudden #ref error with a nice, clean, customized message.
And you can seamlessly combine those logical rules with date and information tools. By integrating formulas like today, now, is number, or is text, your spreadsheet can actually verify data types or track dynamic deadlines totally on its own. Just imagine building a project tracker that uses the today function to automatically flag tasks the exact moment they become overdue. That is the incredible power of formula combination.
Finally, Section 5, Pro Tips for Mastery. Let's step back, focus on the big picture, and explore how you can tie all of this together to achieve true mastery of the software.
The source cheat sheet lays out a really clear step-by-step path from novice to pro, and it heavily emphasizes foundational habits. Step 1. Always use absolute references to lock your cells so dragging a formula doesn't break your entire sheet. Step 2. Combine those formulas using logical thinking. Step 3. Use named ranges, so instead of cell B4, call it Q1_sales so your formulas actually read like English. And Step 4. Practice daily to build up that real-world muscle memory. Because at the end of the day, top professionals don't just sit around memorizing and typing out formulas for fun, right? They leverage these specific tools to deeply understand data, build custom solutions, make better decisions, and deliver tangible, measurable business impact. The formula is literally just the wrench. The impact is the engine you build with it.
You now possess the ultimate toolkit. We've broken down the overwhelm, mapped out the practical applications, and given you the keys to automate your most tedious tasks. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. You have the tools to build real solutions. Which formula will you use to make an impact today?